All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. We are back for another week of Just a Fan Podcast. Hey, we are less than 48 hours away from the draft, the 2003 NFL Draft, live from Kansas City, Missouri.
He's so
Kansas City,
excited.
Missouri, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm fired up. Y'all see baby girl over here, she fired up too. She waving hi to everybody. Tell them what's up. All right, this is how we doing it. Down below, with a special guest host, you see T Money on there, Trish TV, the quarterback that runs this whole thing. That direction, panel 316, the defensive-minded guy, grinning hardest ever.
I'm sorry, I dote on my nieces, so like all I got a bunch of nieces and goddaughters and stuff like that, and I love cute baby girls because I will spoil the hell out of them. Uncle, you want some money, baby? Uncle here, Uncle gonna get hip hop.
Yes, sir, Twan. It's draft time, and then it's me, Brandon, Coach Williams, the quarter host that runs this. The quarter host, NFL Encyclopedia, and the Wildcat quarterback that runs this thing. What's up, y'all? So, hey, as you can see in the title, deadlines make deals, and the deadline definitely made a deal. We have the news from yesterday. Aaron Rodgers to the New York Jets. They swapped first-round picks this year, but the Packers also get the second-round pick this year, a later pick this year, and then a conditional second-round pick next year in 2024 draft. But the condition is if Aaron Rodgers plays 65% of the snaps this season, that second-round pick next year becomes a first-round pick. Panel 316, go. Talk to me. Talk to us.
All right, so, and I'm pretty sure, I'm not speaking for Tristan, but I know he's going to come in here and he's going to probably co-sign on what I'm about to say. This deal is only a good deal if Aaron Rodgers stays longer than 2 years in New York, okay? Otherwise, the Jets got screwed. And let me explain how, okay? Let's say Aaron Rodgers goes and he balls out this year or whatever and decides to just take it to the house after next year. Okay. But he does play 65% of the snaps. Well, now the Jets are out of a first-round draft pick, and they got to try to find a first-round quarterback if they're not satisfied with Zach Wilson. So now they're back at square one. You have no you have no draft capital to possibly go after what is considered possibly to be a very deep quarterback class next year. So, yeah, I'm not going to say it's a bad trade until we see how long Aaron Rodgers stays. Now, if he stays for a long time, the AFC's loaded. It ain't going to be as easy as he had it in the NFC North, okay? The AFC is loaded, okay? Well, you got some good teams you're going to see damn near every week. Yeah. So, yeah, that's Antoine. He a Bears fan. He glad Aaron Rodgers gone. But last I heard, Antoine, even though Aaron Rodgers is now a New York Jet, he's still partial owner of the Chicago Bears.
Oops.
Yikes.
He gonna cuss me out for that later.
Yeah.
but no, all joking aside, time will tell because if Aaron Rodgers, let's be honest, the Jets have a very good team. They have a good defense. They had a good running game until Breece Hall went down. They have a good receiving core. Breece Hall's going to be back. And a lot of the games that they lost last year was only because of bad quarterback play. So that gets ixnayed because now you have Aaron Rodgers. So there's going to be a lot of games that they're going to be in that they would have lost last year that they're going to win this year because they got 12. So if he stays for 2 or 3 years, that's good. 8. What's the 8 for?
Because jersey number is going to be 8 instead of 12.
Oh, okay. That's right. He can't let Joe name a number. Broadway Joe is the man. But yeah, so they have him. How long is he going to stay? If he gives them 3 years, then it's worth it because they're going to win some games. Tristan, I defer to you.
I mean, I share the same sentiments, man. Like, listen, it's a gamble. What you're counting on, and I was talking to some of my coworkers about this earlier at work, and trying to when I was really digesting it because I knew we were going to talk about it. Best case scenario, within the next 2 years, your team wins the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. It is a ready-made team. It's young, talented. He hasn't had a top 5 defense in a long time. The last time he had a top 5 defense, he won the Super Bowl. So it's there. It's there for the picking. Worst case scenario, you guys don't even make the conference championship, and Aaron Rodgers is gone, and now you're relying on Zach Wilson to step up because that's what they're banking on. Yes, give us Aaron Rodgers for 2 years, maybe 3. Let Zach Wilson sit behind him and learn and gain maturity and wisdom from him. And then Zach Wilson is plug in and we ready to go with the team that's more experienced than it is now. But it's a gamble either way. Now let me say this though. Let me play devil's advocate. It's also a gamble for the Packers. We've only seen glimpses of what Jordan Love can do. And I'm not saying Jordan Love need to be a Hall of Famer player or whatever. What I am saying is that Packers fans may need to be patient because we don't know what his ceiling is. We've seen flashes when he's good, but then we also remember that Kansas City game when he wasn't so good. So you got an aging offensive line. You got Christian Watson. He should develop some more. But you got Aaron Jones, so that should help as well. But you got to understand, Aaron Rodgers compensated for a lot of y'all holes. Y'all can say what y'all want, but a lot of y'all deficiencies Aaron Rodgers compensated for. And he got exposed last year because Aaron Rodgers is getting long in the tooth. So he couldn't do some of the things he used to do. So you're hoping that Jordan Love gives you at least a half step under what Aaron Rodgers is. Or else this whole thing in the long run, regardless of what the end all will be, is going to look bad on the Packers because you picked him in that first round a couple years ago. So we can say all we want about the risk that the Jets are taking, but this could be a long-term risk for the Packers as well. Jordan Love doesn't pan out to be who he's supposed to be because you wasted a first-round pick.
Let me ask you both a question. How much of a rebuild is Green Bay in if they are in a rebuild, or are they trying to revamp this thing on the fly? Because my thing is like, yeah, we saying talking about they have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whether it's Darnell Savage, I think is still on the team, Jair Alexander still on the team, Aaron Jones still on the team, but like Jordan Love doesn't have that much playing experience. I'm assuming right now Detroit is probably going to win that division. So how much of this team, how much is the Packers in the rebuild mode, or are they trying to do this thing on the fly?
It all hinges basically on what Jordan Love is going to be, period. And I think both teams today and down the line are hoping that the young guy has watched Aaron Rodgers enough. In this case, right now, in the immediate future, they're hoping that Jordan Love has studied Aaron Rodgers enough the way Aaron Rodgers studied Brett Favre. Down the line, the Jets are hoping that Zach Wilson is going to study Aaron Rodgers the way Aaron Rodgers studied Brett Favre.
Man.
And it's a lot of hope. And there's an old country saying, you can hope in one hand and crap in the other, see which one fills up quickest. So we don't know.
But you know, it also going to come down to coaching, because coaching and play calling, because if you're talking about Aaron Rodgers has a lot of deficiencies that you have in your team, now we're going to find out how good your coaching is. We're going to find out how good your play calling is. And it's not just going to be on the offensive side of the ball. It's also going to be on the defensive side of the ball too. So we're going to find out who these coaches really are at the end of the day.
But
Yeah,
let me
'cause
also
the defense has
emphasize
got to
this.
be. Oh, I'm sorry, Tristan. I was going.
No, my bad. My bad. Go ahead.
The defense is going to have to be stronger because you no longer have 12 over there in Green Bay. Because he, like Tristan said, he was an eraser. The defense would give up scores late in the game, and that's all right. We got 37 seconds left. We got Aaron Rodgers. We on, that's it. But that's not that's not guaranteed anymore. The defense give up scores like that, that's going to be an L. So unless Jordan Love just puts on a cape, and have some Super Saiyan juice or something like that, that's right, baby. And that's what's got to happen. So we don't know if that's going to happen. And from what we've seen, it doesn't look like it. I'm not saying Jordan Love is going to fall flat on his face. He may be adequate, but adequate is a damn sight lesser than what you had in Aaron Rodgers. He erased a lot of discrepancies with that team, like what Tristan was saying. So the NFC North is wide open. Detroit's getting better. Chicago has a plethora of picks and cap space. They're young. It's up for grabs. I'm just saying.
And let me also say this for people that are Packers fans. We keep talking about, Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre, and then look how Aaron Rodgers panned out and da-da-da-da. Y'all do realize that Aaron Rodgers was projected to be the number one overall pick of that draft over Alex Smith, right? I want y'all to understand that he was supposed to be a 49er, number one, in that draft.
Yes.
Jordan Love was never pictured to be the number one overall pick in his draft. He was supposed to be a second rounder, maybe top of the third. So don't put that same criteria on Jordan Love that Aaron Rodgers had. Aaron Rodgers was coming out supposing to be the number one overall pick. So let's make that very clear. That's a very big difference.
And
So
that's
he sat behind Brett Favre and all that. But according to the experts, Aaron Rodgers had, that's right. Aaron Rodgers had first overall pick talent.
Yeah. So that's why I said earlier, it's going to come down to really your coach and your play call and how much they can cover up these holes. Because now, luckily, Green Bay has an extra second round pick this year, and conditional pick next year. So they're gonna have to get the play calling going, kind of rebuild his roster on the fly. But the guys who they draft, they need to be ready to go now. They can't say, oh, well, we got to develop him and he won't be ready until 2025. No, whoever they draft in the first round this year, the extra second round pick this year, and then that extra pick next year, let's go. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is the first time that Just a Fan Podcast is doing a mock draft. As you can see, it says our mock draft 1.0 is really 1.0 only.
Because we only doing one.
That's right. That's right. We're not Mel Kiper. We're not Daniel Jeremiah. We're not Bucky Brooks. No. Tom McShay. Nope, we ain't none of them. So this is our 1 point only. Now, the way we did it is all three of us did two different mock drafts, one computer simulator and one we did on our own. And we're going to spend 2 minutes. I got my timer ready. Discussing this stuff. Oh, no. We're making this war room ready. We're making this war room ready. We ain't got the time that the war room has because of the show. So let me share my screen.
Did he just crack his knuckles?
Yeah, he did. He really did. He been waiting for this. He like that little boy on A Christmas Story. He can't wait. He want that Red Ryder BB gun. He just So he ready.
Yes, here we go. All right, so share. All right. No, that's not the one I want. Not the one I want. Dude, take me out of that. Okay. Stop sharing that one.
I'm giving it all. She's got Captain, but I can't give it anymore.
Okay, share screen.
I need more warp
Share.
speeds.
Hopefully it's this one. No. Yes, that's the one I want. Bow. All right. All right, T Money. Let's start with you. Who? Give me one. Give me a name for Carolina #1 overall.
Number one overall is going to be Bryce Young.
I agree, Eric.
On both my mocks, I do have Bryce Young as a #1 overall pick on both.
Yes, I do. Same here. All right, so let's get Bryce Young in there now.
Screen's not up though.
It's not up.
Nope, crowd can't see it.
Crowd can't see it. Let me see what's up. Add to stream. My bad. There you go. My bad. All right, so Bryce Young, #1 overall, Carolina Panthers. I think I just think that's what it's gonna be anyway. All right. Oh, I didn't set my timer. All right, my bad. All right, pick 2. Let's do it. Somebody give me something.
Okay, both my mocks. One mock I had CJ Stroud for the Houston Texans, and I completely disagree with that. That was my unsimulated. Those are computer simulated mock. However, I like Will Anderson for the Houston Texans, or possibly seeing Houston trade out of that position.
Passing up a QB?
Yes.
Yes, because and actually I agree with Eric, because simple fact, I'm hearing out of Houston that they may not take a quarterback. They may actually go with who they think is the best player on the board, and that might be Will Anderson Jr.
Yes, and that's the thing. You got a defensive minded coach.
Yes,
with a offensive scheme that is a quarterback friendly scheme. So quite possibly they could get by with Davis Mills in a different scheme.
For the time being.
Because remember,
Trisha, you said next year is the best year for quarterbacks. So talk to me. What you got? You got 1 minute.
I mean, it would have been Will Anderson, but I still think they would probably go. You know what? I'm gonna call it audible. I think conventional wisdom, they probably will go Will Anderson. So I'm gonna say Will Anderson as well.
All right, let's do it. Will Anderson, Houston Texans. All right, number 3, Arizona Cardinals. Talk to me. Anybody?
Go ahead, Eric.
So one mock that was unsimulated. Well, excuse me, I keep saying unsimulated. It was simulated by the computer, and the computer is stupid. They have the Arizona Cardinals selecting Bijan Robinson, which I think is way too much of a reach. That's not what I had. I actually had in my mock the Arizona Cardinals trade out of that spot with the Raiders to draft CJ Stroud.
Ooh. All right, so this is what I had.
More picks later.
Okay, so I heard that. Well, no, I heard something different about Kyler Murray wants the offensive tackle. My computer simulated one took actually both of mine is Tyree Wilson, defensive end from Texas Tech.
And if they're gonna pick right there, that makes a little sense.
I think they take. Is it my go?
Yeah.
I think they take the chance with Jalen Carter right here at 3.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh.
Okay,
you know what, Tristan? I'm not gonna deny that, because the Cardinals like to take risks. So
okay.
I mean, he took a risk on Kyler Murray. Let's be real.
Well, actually, remember they took a risk on Robert Nkemdiche. Didn't they draft him, or someone who drafted him?
Was that them? I'm not sure.
Well, anyway, so which way y'all want to go? Because we got 25 seconds.
I like
Wilson or Carter.
I like what Eric did because of the pizzazz of it.
Yeah, but I don't have time to kick that in. But
me is Jalen Carter. I thoroughly believe that they'll take the chance.
All right, then let's go Jalen Carter.
Yeah, because my simulator has it reaching.
All right.
Bad reach, like Mr. Fantastic reaching, stretching.
All right, number 4, Indianapolis Colts. Let me start this. I got 1 Anthony Richardson on this simulator, and I got CJ Stroud. We haven't taken Stroud yet, so he's still available.
I have Anthony Richardson in both my mocks.
Okay, Tristan.
I actually have CJ Stroud.
Ooh, so
But
let's.
my second mock had Will Levis.
And there is rumors circulating about the Colts and Levis, so that's not far fetched.
All right, so we got 3 quarterbacks: Wilson, Levis, and Richardson. Which way we going?
It just make the most sense for CJ Stroud to go right there.
He's the best quarterback remaining. So
yeah, no, he really is. He really is. Now, let me ask you a question though: does this S2 cognitive test mess him up?
No, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you the same concept that I told other people, and you could take this in football, you could take this in life. There's some people that if you put a test in front of them, a piece of paper test in front of them, they're not going to know what to do. If you give them the same concept and you tell them to go execute it, they pass with flying colors. He might be that kind of guy, because when I went and when that whole thing came out, I went and looked back at Ohio State film. There's only one tape you need to look at that tells you everything you need to know about him and his mind
Against Georgia.
against Georgia.
Okay, I'm
tells
hearing
you
the same
everything you
thing.
need to know.
All right, then let's go CJ Stroud.
All right, CJ Stroud number 4 goes to the Indianapolis Colts.
Number 5, Seattle Seahawks. Somebody talk to me.
All right, so for that, I have in one mock I have Tyree Wilson, but I have Tyree Wilson for that pick. But watch this. I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers trading up to number 5 from number 9 with Seattle, because Seattle has 2 first rounders, and swapping out with Seattle, and Tyree Wilson goes number 5 regardless. So one mock I have Tyree Wilson going to Seattle, but then I have in my other mock Tampa Bay going up to number 5 and taking Tyree Wilson. So either way, Tyree Wilson is number 5.
Okay, I have Will Anderson Jr. and I have Anthony Richardson.
I have Tyreek Wilson.
So wait a minute, hold on, because who did I say? Eric, who did you say?
Tyree Wilson.
All right, then let's go Tyree Wilson then. Yeah, he's still sitting there. Okay, let's do it.
So pretty much for folks at home, we are not going to do any trades, but we will talk about the trades that we had in our mock. We may not go with it, but several of our mocks had trades. So this is like the no trade 1 point only.
It also it's also due to time as well. So let's see, Tyree Wilson, number 5, Seattle Seahawks. I wish I had the little theme music that they use when teams pick. Anyway, number 6, Detroit Lions. Okay, I got Will Levis in the computer one, but then I did Jalen Carter. So I know Carter. I think Carter already went, right? Yeah, he went. So I'm out on Carter, and so that gave me Will Levis on the computer one.
Didn't they? Okay, so Tristan, I'm gonna let you go on this one, then I'm gonna give you mine because I'm gonna make a point here. But go ahead, Tristan.
I'm about to look at mine again. That's Detroit's pick, right?
Yes.
Number 6.
So I actually have Detroit trading out with the Raiders. And the Raiders, so they doing that swap right there. And the Raiders getting Will Levis right here.
Ooh.
Yeah, I believe that. I still have the Raiders taking a quarterback because who trusts Jimmy Garoppolo? I don't.
Yep.
All right, so
Girl's a diehard Raiders fan.
You look at Jimmy G's deal. Look at it. Look at the deal, the contract, the deal that the Raiders got with him. I feel like they would go for that.
All right, so then let me ask you a question. Since the Raiders picked 7 and I got Detroit at 6, who you want at 6, and then who you want at 7 for the Raiders? So we can go back to back.
Go ahead, Eric.
Okay, so they just traded Jeff Okudah, right?
Yep.
Who,
Okay.
the Raiders?
So
No, the Lions there. Yeah.
So there's a hole at cornerback. And the best corner in the draft is just
Still
sitting
on the
there
board.
going, ooh. I got them taking Christian Gonzalez right there.
All right. Hey, I'm not mad at that.
Not mad at it at all.
Let's go. Detroit Lions select cornerback Christian Gonzalez, cornerback Oregon. All right. So who's the quarterback for the Raiders, number 7?
I still have. Well, I actually don't have them taking a quarterback for the Raiders. One draft I have. No, I'm sorry, for both drafts. The computer picked it and I picked it. Paris Johnson Jr.
Hey, I got the same thing.
Offensive tackle, Ohio State.
Yep, I got the same exact thing.
Because Jesus, man, hey, Jimmy Garoppolo can't move around. You need somebody that's going to be able to block for him so he can go ahead and throw them 5-yard passes.
Well, but also, I don't like the offensive line anyway. They're talking about some Colton Miller. I don't like Colton Miller.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you got to do something with that line.
Yeah, you do.
And then once the line is bolstered, then you can blame everything on Jimmy.
Yes,
no, we got you a line. You just trash.
Yep. Tristan?
I still have Will Levis, like I said, with the Raiders.
All right, well, but let's give him offensive line. Let's give him offensive line because
The kid from Northwestern.
oh, you talking about Peter Skoronski?
Yes, I have Paris Johnson.
I got Paris Johnson too.
So that's 2-1. Paris
Well,
Johnson.
that boy from Northwestern is an animal.
No, I don't disagree.
Actually, one source that I trust thinks that he's not as good as people think he is.
I think he translates more to guard, but can play tackle. I think that's really what it is. He's like a Pro Bowl guard, but just a decent tackle.
See, that's my question.
Yeah.
Who do you want protecting Jimmy Garoppolo? You want a guard at what you call it, Peter Skoronski, or you want to tackle Paris Johnson?
I mean, let's be honest. He's had a guard on his right side his whole time in San Francisco, and Mike McGlinchey. Stop throwing. I'm gonna stop throwing shade. Mike McGlinchey, McFloppy, whatever.
All right, we got 30 seconds.
So yeah, I like. Let's just go with Paris Johnson since it's two of the three of us went with that.
All right,
we're just alike.
All right, so then let's do that. Paris Johnson Jr. to the Vegas Raiders. Excuse me. All right, scroll down. Number 8, Atlanta Falcons. Somebody talk to me.
I think Atlanta has been hurting for edge for a while. I think they go with Miles Murphy out of Clemson.
I got Miles Murphy going there too.
And then on my other mock, I have Broderick Jones, another tackle, because the offensive line needs work too.
I got Miles Murphy on both. They want an edge rusher.
Okay, so my computer simulator did Christian Gonzalez. He's off the board. I know this might be a reach, but I did it anyway to try to shock some people. I did Bijan Robinson.
Oh, wow. Reach. Y'all know how I feel about running backs.
Definitely a reach.
Anytime before the fourth round. You know how I feel about running backs. I'm gonna shock the world later.
Well, not even that. I just feel like he belongs more in the 20s. Because I do think he has a
no, Eric, we know how you feel about running backs. I do
believe he could be quite a generational talent if he's on the right squad. But he's somewhere in the 20s.
Spoiler alert. Keep going. Let's keep going. So we're gonna go with what was that? Miles Murphy going to Atlanta at number 8.
Yeah, Miles Murphy. Let's do it.
Okay. So number 9, we have the Tampa Bay Brady-less Buccaneers.
All right, so Miles Murphy, Atlanta Falcons, edge, Clemson. Number 9, Chicago Bears.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. Number 9. I had a trade on one of mine. I'm sorry. So number 9, Chicago Bears. Antoine, what you got? As a Chicago Bears fan in the comments. While we waiting for him to put his answer in, what I had a trade actually. The Bucks traded up and went with Will Levis.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had Miles Murphy, who's off the board.
So I have Broderick Jones on both of mine.
I was about to say I have Broderick Jones because they need an offensive lineman.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you got to protect Justin Fields. You got to protect Justin Fields.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go Broderick Jones then. So number 9, Chicago Bears select offensive tackle Georgia, Broderick Jones.
All right. So
all right, 10 Eagles. All right, now let me spit this one out.
Ooh.
Let me spit this one out. Hold on. Wait. Let me spit this out. My computer. Okay, first let me tell you what I did for the Eagles. I gave them cornerback Christian Gonzalez, who's out. So the Eagles and the Giants within the division traded first-round picks. The Giants get cornerback Devin Witherspoon.
Okay, so I have Devin Witherspoon staying. I have the Eagles sitting pat and grabbing Devin Witherspoon right there.
Okay. So it's gonna be it might be a corner, Tristan.
I had them take. I know I had them taking a corner, but I had them taking Deontay Banks from Maryland.
Over Witherspoon?
They don't need the. So I was talking about this to a coworker. If I'm the Eagles, I understand the versatility of Witherspoon. I need a bona fide, put me by myself corner, not a guy that can. I can do this and I can do this. No. God created me to be a corner.
No, actually, I kind of agree because you know what? As much as people talk about James Bradbury and Darius Slay, Tristan and I had this conversation. Dak Prescott still put up 350 yards against them with the kind of offense he had.
So
and
basically,
and
you
a bad
look at
offense
somebody
line
who
and hold on. And he said, and Tristan said, Tyler Heineke carved him up in that second game. So they really do need a corner.
So basically, you're looking for somebody to come in and beat Bradbury for his position. Rookie come in, beat him in camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's So let's do Deontay Banks then.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
I still like Devin Witherspoon now, but I'm outvoted. So let's go there.
All right, let's go Deontay Banks. Let me find him. Give me a second.
Well, this is when I'm gonna get. This is when I'm gonna mess you up, Eric.
Hold on. Wait. All right. Number 11, Tennessee Titans. Tristan, go first since you said it's gonna mess everybody up.
Because this is where I have Witherspoon.
Ooh, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tennessee needs DBs. I got
that Mike Vrabel. This is a Mike Vrabel player.
True.
I can use you as a chess piece. I can move you around.
Yep.
This is what I want.
Yep.
You got issues with your safety already over there to want more money?
Yep.
I don't disagree with that, but I have Tennessee taking a chance on Jalen Carter in both.
So guess what? My computer simulated Jalen Carter.
That wouldn't shock me because he could fall.
And with me, I took Miles Murphy.
Okay. I ain't mad at either one.
So let's do. Oh shoot! But Jalen Carter's out though, right?
Did we take him already?
We put him up?
Yes, we did. Took him at number 3. So he's out.
Arizona.
And Miles Murphy's already gone.
So we're left with on defense. We're left with Witherspoon. So let's go Witherspoon.
Okay.
This joint already funky.
It's weird.
It's crazy. I love it.
It's crazy. Okay. My mama's
Houston
Texans. All right.
Now, a miracle took place. If I'm Houston, a miracle happened. We got arguably the best player in the draft, and there are still a couple quarterbacks still on the board at 12.
I'm about to mess you up with what I have.
Go ahead, Eric.
I have Herndon Hooker.
Wow.
Yes. Even though
with the
injury.
Wait, I'm about to mess you up even more. Because I have Hendon Hooker too.
Goodness. Okay, so
hold on.
I just want to say Miles real quick. My computer had Miles Murphy, and I put in Jackson Smith and Jigba because I was trying to give him a wide receiver.
So the computer had me taking I can never say his name.
Jackson, just call him JSN.
Yeah, it had me taking JSN here, but in my mind, I was like, if you give Will Anderson, arguably the best player in the draft, with your second overall pick, and going through this draft, when we get to 12 and there's still Hendon Hooker, Will Levis is still there, I'm gonna grab one of the two, and I'm gonna take Hendon Hooker because I still got Stills who can play for now while Hendon Hooker heals up and learns and holds a clipboard.
Okay, so we have our buddy Donald Valerie in the comments, and he's a Houston Texans fan. So Donald, put in who you think.
Put in who you want.
Who do you want, Donald? He's a diehard Texas fan. He's from right here in Houston, my brother.
All right, we got 45 seconds.
Donald, you better type fast.
So now remember they behind us, so they're kind of behind us on time.
A couple of seconds behind. Yeah.
So I tell you what, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go Hendon Hooker here. Because
tell us who you want.
Yeah, he put Hooker.
Oh yeah, he put Hendon Hooker.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. He put Hendon Hooker. So let's do it.
It makes sense.
Makes
It
sense.
does.
Already
Because-
within the first round, the Texans have had a great draft. All right. You
And-
just got
and- and I'm gonna tell you,
in the draft, and then you got a project quarterback that can hold a clipboard while he's healing up.
man. And that's good because like you said, you get a quarterback in the future and you got an edge rush in the future. Hold on, let me go offense, quarterback, Hendon Hook. I know he's down here 42. I'm not worried about that because he's going to sit down. All right, 13. Go back to all Green Bay Packers. I have Jordan Anderson in my computer one. And then I gave him Devin Witherspoon. So I know Witherspoon. I think we already take him, right?
Yeah, he's gone.
All right, so Jordan Addison is my last one, the wide receiver from Southern Cal.
I
took-
have
Oh, go ahead, Eric. Go ahead.
I have Jackson Smith and Jigba right
Okay.
there. There's your first receiver off the board.
I have Dalton Kincaid, the tight end from Utah.
Whoa.
Mm.
Hey, but you know what? That's good because Jordan Love does need a tight end. I mean,
Yes,
you
he
talking
does.
about a young quarterback
Yes,
and
he
a
does.
tight end who can stretch the seam.
You do need a good tight end.
Now, but I tell you what though, that'd be great because I would love to see Roquan Smith versus Dante Kincaid running
I
down the
would.
seam against each other.
I would.
No, not Roquan Smith. Tremaine Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds.
Oh,
My bad.
Tremaine
My
Edmonds,
bad. My bad.
Real quick to everybody that's watching, that's commenting. If for your team, go ahead and put in, like, I don't know if your team is the Jets, put in Jets, draft this person. So put Jets and then put the name. So when we get to that pick, we can see what you think it should be for your team. We want you to interact.
I know we should have said that up top, but my bad. So y'all want to go Kincaid then? Or what you want to go?
It's up to y'all, but I have Kincaid.
I'm of the belief that a receiver is going to go before a tight end.
I think so too. I really do. I don't think it's gonna be Kincaid.
His comparison is to Gronk, man. You tell me I have a possible Gronk sitting there at 13.
That's true. Now, I tell you what.
tight end?
Hey, you know what? The tight ends are better than the wide receivers. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes. I agree with that because basically the wide receiver class is good, but it's not top hitting. So
You're right.
You have
Exactly.
a bunch of receivers.
There's no Julio Jones. There's no AJ Green.
Right.
No.
There's no
None of
alpha
that.
dogs. There's no, and we're gonna get some going in the first round, but they're really not alpha dog receivers. They're
Exactly. So
they're
let's go
two to
Kincaid
three.
then.
It's deep, but it's not good.
Let's go Kincaid.
All right.
Hold on. Where you at?
Oh, Twan, that's awesome. Twan's little cousin is starting QB for Cal this year. I'm big on watching college quarterbacks, Twan, so I'm definitely going. I'll make sure I keep an eye on the Cal games. Watch your little cousin play.
Yes, he is definitely the quarterback guru of the podcast.
Yes, he is. Yes. So Dante Kincaid, Green Bay Packers. 14 New England Patriots. I have Jackson Smith and Jigba because I think they need a wide receiver. Well, actually, that was my computer. I did Nolan Smith.
Okay, so I have Deontay Banks, who's gone, corner.
Yeah, they need a
And then
corner.
I have Christian Gonzalez, who's gone.
Oh, dang. So 2 corners, okay.
So
I have Quentin Johnson. The TCU.
My problem with Quentin Johnson is he drops the ball too much.
I would go with Jordan Addison over Quentin Johnson. Quentin Johnson.
I would too, but I'm telling you, knowing Bill Belichick, he would go after Quentin Johnson.
Does he run like a 4.840? Because if he does, that's definitely a Belichick guy.
Nah, he can run, but
He can run.
He's big. He's
Yeah, I know he's a big guy.
So
No, he can run. He can run. But my problem
he doesn't have natural hands.
right, he drops the ball so much. It's ridiculous.
But Belichick would take him
Why?
because he needs a big pop wide receiver. That's what he needs.
Okay, well, you know what? That's gonna hurt Mac Jones, all those drops, man. It's gonna hurt him.
I would take Jackson Smith because I need somebody or Jordan Anderson because I need somebody that's short-handed.
Right.
Yeah.
Pando. Oh, so you out of corner. So hold on. Who I got? I got Nolan Smith and Jackson Smith. And you said Jackson Smith. All right. Is he still up there? Yeah, I'll take Jackson Smith then.
Okay.
So Jackson Smith and Jigba, wide receiver, Ohio State University.
For the Patriots?
Yeah, for the Patriots.
Okay.
Make sure I click on the correct name. All right. 15, New York Jets. I have go down. Oh shoot, don't do anything. Close. All right, good. Jets, I got Peter Skoronski, offensive tackle, Northwestern,
Nah, he
and
ain't gonna be there.
the computer. And then I have I did Peter Skoronski both times.
Okay, Tristan.
I got Osiris Torrance, the guard, because they need guard help
Oh God.
from Florida.
Okay, so I have Broderick Jones, offensive tackle, Georgia, and on my simulated, I have Isaiah Foskey,
Isaiah
Edge.
Foster is the
Notre Dame, Edge.
edge. Okay, that's right. Yeah. All right, so we all over the place. But I think
Either way, you need an offense. I think you got to go offensive line. You got Aaron Rodgers now.
yeah, you do. You need to protect
Got to
him.
go offensive line.
So Broderick Jones.
But actually, I still got okay. So it comes down to who to come down to.
If
Broderick Jones
once he's on the board, then
Then that's a no-brainer.
he's the highest
What?
rated.
What?
Peter.
Peter.
Peter,
So
Peter.
Peter's my best one on the board.
If he's
Yeah,
there,
If
if
he's
he's
still
there,
there, you got to take him.
All right, so then let's go. Peter Skoronski, offensive tackle, Northwestern.
He's the best offensive lineman in this class.
all right.
All right, Tristan, you go first for this one. 16, Washington.
So because the tight end is gone, according to me,
It's a deep tight end.
tight
draft.
end is gone. I'm getting Mr. Penn State, Joey Porter Jr., the corner.
Not mad at you.
Really?
Not mad at you.
Okay, so I have my non-simulated, my simulated. I have Nolan Smith, edge out of Georgia, and I also on my simulated I have Nolan Smith out of Georgia.
All right, so I have on my simulator Joey Porter Jr. and I have Deontay Banks, who I think is already gone.
Now in real life, I think Deontay Banks falls to us, and I would take him over Joey Porter Jr. I think he's just a little smoother in his movement.
Yes.
So I would do that. But
That's right.
in this situation, I would take Joey Porter Jr. in this situation.
All right, so Joey Porter Jr. makes sense. Joey Porter Jr., cornerback, Penn State University.
All right, I'll start. I'll kick off the next one.
Pittsburgh Steelers 17. Who you got? E.
The logical choice to go to Pittsburgh would be Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah, I had the same thing when I did it myself.
But since he's gone, we've already taken Peter Skoronski, right?
Yes.
So I had him on one. Actually, I had Joey Porter and then I had Peter Skoronski. So I'll defer to y'all. I'm out on this one because both those guys are off the board.
So actually, hold on real quick. I had Porter on my manual one, but on the simulators, Atlanta traded to them and got Darnell Wright, offensive tackle, Tennessee.
Okay.
So for me, I had the Steelers standing pack, but I think he's already gone for our board. But I had them taking Nolan Smith.
He's gone.
Yeah, Nolan Smith is gone.
So if Nolan Smith is gone,
actually, no, Nolan Smith is still here.
Oh, he's there?
Yes.
I had them taking Nolan Smith.
I'm looking at mine. Nolan Smith is gone on mine, but it's not. He's not gone
On the
So, yeah.
overall, on the one that we're doing tonight. So yeah, Nolan Smith is there. Yo,
So you
Nolan
can't-
Smith and TJ Watt would be
Watt,
nice.
That's
Nolan
interesting.
Smith and TJ Watt would be nice. Let's do it.
I think with Devin Bush's injuries and stuff, I think Nolan Smith would be for me be the
Wait,
pick.
hold on now. Time out. Are we talking about two different type of players? Because Devin Bush was an off-ball
Ball
linebacker, wasn't
linebacker. Yeah.
Yes,
he? And Nolan Smith is more of an edge.
yes.
So
What I'm saying is, but they would try to interchange. I listen. Me studying Tomlin for a long time, you taking Nolan Smith and you're finding a way to interchange with some of those other linebackers that are there. You're slowly, if Devin Bush ain't coming back to form the way he was 2 years
Devin
ago.
Bush in Seattle.
Oh, is he in Seattle? Oh, that's even more of a reason. That's even more of a reason. Because trust me, that linebacker unit that they got,
It's not good.
You put Nolan Smith in there, immediate impact for you.
Because and I had mentioned in the group chat, I said nobody said anything, and that's fine. But I said Pittsburgh's off-ball linebackers are not good because Devin Bush is not back. And And Miles Jack is still sitting there as a free agent.
Now, if they didn't go that route, another player I would think they would probably try to go after, just because of the kind of system that they would run with old boy at QB. I would say they would go for I don't know if we used him already, but Anton Harrison, the offensive tackle from Oklahoma.
I doubt it.
Why?
Well, actually, the better offensive tackle on the board is Darnell Wright.
I know, that makes sense for me. I'm talking about the system that they run. You're going to probably go after the kid from Oklahoma.
Why is that? Talk to me.
Because Darrell Wright, Tennessee's system is dang near almost like a run and shoot.
True.
The pace of that offense. So Darnell Wright, physically, he's more athletic, but lesser than an anchor. He's more athletic, so he can move around. So in a different scheme, yeah, that would make sense. But Anton Harrison is like a anchoring lineman, and they need somebody that's like a mauler that kind of way for Pittsburgh style of play.
All right. So then, which way y'all want to go, Nolan Smith or the offensive tackle from Oklahoma?
My guys are off the board, but I agree with offensive tackle.
All right, then let's go offensive tackle, Anton Harrison.
I'm still here. I just got to shut off my camera real quick and deal with this little girl.
All right.
She said she want to make a pick.
All right, so Anton Harrison, offensive tackle, Oklahoma. This is really shaking stuff up.
So we
18 Detroit Lions. I got Brian Branch, safety, Alabama on my computer. And then I got, Brian Branch again.
I have Devin Witherspoon in my simulated, and manually I have Brian Branch.
Okay, so Brian Branch, okay. Tristan?
For Detroit, who'd you have, Eric?
I have Brian Branch, because if you put him with Kirby Joseph,
Brian Branch,
a safety tandem for years that can really wreak havoc.
Yes, because they're all about their defense. They're all about their defense for the first round.
All right, so then let's do it. Brian Branch, safety. Let me scroll up. Brian Branch, safety, Alabama, Detroit Lions. Make sure I'm clicking on the right one. Boom. 19, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have Brian Brees, defensive tackle, Clemson on the computer. Manually, offensive tackle, Darnell Wright.
And who is this? This is Tampa Bay?
Yes.
So this is where I have Darnell Wright.
I had a trade happen in here on both my mocks. This is where the Bears moved down to 19 and took Luke Van Ness. And then I had Seattle moving to 19 to grab Brian Branch. Because what you call him is a linebacker, not a safety. What's his name? I can't think of his name. Jamal all the time, can't cover.
Jamal Adams?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So who did I say? I said Darnell Wright. I think Tristan said Darnell Wright too. So let's do Darnell Wright, offensive tackle, Tampa Bay Buccaneers out of Tennessee. Okay. 20, Seattle. I have computer, Quentin Johnson, wide receiver, TCU, which I disagree with. I took Will Levis.
I have Jordan Addison.
Okay.
There for Seattle. And then I also have dang it, lost it. Oh, I have I have Buffalo trading up right there to take Joey Porter Jr., who's already gone.
Okay. Tristan, who you got for who's that? Seattle, I think? Yeah, Seattle.
I have Anthony Richardson right here.
Okay. I said I had Will Levis.
Both of them are project quarterbacks, so that's just right to go right behind Geno Smith.
Let's see who's on the board. Well, actually, both Richardson and Levis on the board. So who you taking?
I'm trying to think of Pete Carroll's
what his mindset is.
The thought process.
I'll go with Richardson because he has more of a ceiling.
I think Richardson's better than Levis.
Yeah, I think Richardson has more of a ceiling.
But the problem is with Pete Carroll needs to be able to control what you do. I think if Richardson puts this together with his physical gifts, it's like having Marshawn at quarterback. You're gonna tell him to do one thing, you're gonna do something else, and you're gonna be upset. Even if it works, you're gonna be upset because you ain't do what you told him to do. I think Will Levis would yield more to what Pete Carroll wants him to do.
Mm.
Okay.
All right, so then let's do Will Levis then.
All right.
But I
So
got Anthony Richardson, but I think
Anthony
Will Levis.
Richardson is still on the board.
Yeah, and Bijan Robinson's still on the board. Nolan Smith is on the board.
Oh,
Jordan
wait,
Addison
I'm about
is
to
on
take
the
care
board.
of.
Oh no, they're
Take care of it. Let me get the 21. Let me do
Yeah,
that.
Hold on. Okay, 21 Chargers. I got Addison and I got Bijan Robinson on the computer.
Bijan Robinson.
Ooh,
Austin Eckler's asking for a trade.
that's right.
They need a running back. Bijan Robinson is another Austin Eckler, pretty much. He can do everything Austin Eckler does. So
Trisha?
now y'all know I don't like taking running backs before the 4th round, but in this day and age. But if you're going to take a running back, Bijan Robinson's running back to take. 1, 2, he should be in the 20s, like Tristan said, and in 3 goes where he makes the most sense, and that is to the Los Angeles Chargers.
I'm gonna be annoyed for saying this, but I have a trade here. I feel like the Dallas Cowboys will move up and take Bijan Robinson here at 21.
I knew it was either Dallas or Philadelphia.
And it's because I don't think he gets past. I think the Chargers would make a play for it, and I honestly don't think he would get past Minnesota.
Yeah, because Dalvin Cook is on the trade block, or at least supposedly.
And it's not because of his ability; it's because of the money.
Yeah,
The money and his
Yep.
injury history.
You want to get on his rookie deal.
Yep.
So
Because you put Bijan in that same system, you're asking him to do everything that you wanted Dalvin Cook to do.
but
right.
here's the thing: you got to trade up ahead of
The Chargers.
The Chargers are more than likely going to take him if he's there.
You don't think the Chargers would try to get a wide receiver?
No.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Keenan
Keenan
Allen
Allen.
and Mike Williams is the number 2.
Listen to what I'm saying. How many games has Keenan Allen played in the last 2 years?
I know it. Yes, I knew that's where you were going. Yeah.
That's why I say he's injured.
How many games has Mike Williams played in the last 2 years? Mike Williams came in the league with injury issues.
Okay,
I
Tristan.
didn't know all that.
I'm gonna see you that, and I'm gonna raise you the fact that this is a deep wide receiver class.
Okay. It's not a disagreement, so I agree with you.
So you got a deep wide receiver.
Yeah, it's one of these. It's like,
listen, you got a deep wide receiver class full of guys who are good 2s and 3s versus possibly a generational talent at running back.
I think the running back thing makes more sense.
I'm just saying, and you talking to a guy who's I ain't taking a running back. You know how I am. Y'all know how I feel about running backs in the draft. So coming from me, you should take that with some some heaviness right there, some weight on that.
Yes.
Because I do not believe in taking running backs in the first round in this day and age.
I feel you. So let's go with Bijan.
Bijan, okay, let's go. Bijan Robinson, 21, LA Chargers, running back, Texas. 22, Baltimore Ravens. Somebody talk to me.
Baltimore making, in both my mocks, I have Baltimore making the horrendous mistake of drafting another wide receiver that doesn't produce in Quentin Johnson. They're going to draft Quentin Johnson. Both my mocks, I got that. Go.
Okay, so my computer one has Deontay Banks corner, and I took Cali Ringo, cornerback, Georgia.
Ringo. Marcus Peters on the outs.
Yeah, he's out.
So here's my
OBJ.
Here's my thing.
And the other thing, they still got the other receiver who I guess they believe in.
Oh, he was pretty decent. He just got hurt, but he was pretty decent.
Bateman.
Yeah, so that's why I went corner.
Okay,
Ringo is definitely a Baltimore Raven type, hard hitting DB. If Witherspoon was to fall this far, they'd take Witherspoon. I mean, it's the same mentality as the Ravens.
Okay, so let me address that. I've done my scouting on defensive backs and receivers in this draft,
Right.
and there are a lot of corners.
Yeah, it's our corner. Oh, I know. It's
Starting-
4 rounds deep.
Starting,
Ringo has championship pedigree now, Eric. That
I
matters.
know this. I
That
understand.
Hey, look. Hey, hold on real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let me tell y'all something. Cornerback, if your team needs a cornerback this year, when we discussed it the last few weeks, especially because of Eric, if your team needs a cornerback this year, and especially they need a double dip, do it this year because you can get one in round 1 or round
It's a
2,
deep
get
class.
another one in round 3 or round 4.
It's a deep class.
It's a
There are some
deep
guys.
class.
There are some guys. Mark my words on this. We can come back a couple of years later to this video. There are some guys that are
Yes.
going to be drafted on day 3. That are you going to be like, dang, he's good, and he was only a 5th rounder. They have 4th and 5th round grades, and they're going to
Yes.
start. They're going to eventually be starters, and you'll be like, God, dog.
Corners are deep this year.
Yes.
Deep.
So, and I'm just speaking for me. If I'm part of a scouting department, I'm like, hey man, we can wait on a corner if we're in the 1st round.
Yeah, but
But
Baltimore needs a corner. Baltimore needs a corner more than they need a receiver.
I think so. And I'm not gonna.
I'll defer with taking a corner right there. I will.
I would take Ringo. I'd
Yeah.
take Ringo here. He's
So-
a championship level DB.
Yes, Ringo, Baltimore Ravens, cornerback, Georgia. Get used to the cold weather, but them fans gonna love you. 23, Minnesota Vikings. I have Ringo in the computer,
I have Ringo.
and then I have Lucas Van Ness, Edge, Iowa.
I have Ringo on both for both.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he's gone. So Trishan,
I'm looking.
I got a buddy of mine who's a Vikings fan. I don't know how he became one, but every time I see him on Facebook or anywhere else talking about his team, he talks about how trash their corners are.
I got now. I do. Yeah. So that's why I'm not mad at that Ringo being right there for you, Eric. I got Luke. I got Luke's Van Ness here.
I think I got the same thing. So let's go Lucas Van Ness, Edge, Iowa, because they
But
do need.
I would not, if Ringo was to keep falling, I wouldn't. No. Now, I'm going to say this.
Oh, Nolan Smith is available.
They don't need Nolan Smith. They don't need Nolan Smith. Oh, wait. No, I'll take Nolan Smith before, yeah. I'll take Nolan Smith. Let me say this, y'all. Do not be surprised. This is my one pop for Thursday. That's a strong possibility based on what I've heard. Don't be surprised if Hendon Hooker is here for Minnesota and they draft him.
That makes sense too because Kirk Cousins.
They will be
this
out
is
of
final
that
year.
trash contract of Kirk Cousins
Yep.
after this season.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be shocked if Hendon Hooker is here.
Man, that's why I can't wait till Thursday. God.
I don't think Hendon Hooker is going to get past Houston, but we'll see.
I don't think so either. But I'm saying don't be shocked. If he gets past Houston, if that situation happens for Houston, they go get the best player and they go get Hendon Hooker. If they skip him, he's going to drop because people were talking about Hendon Hooker to Washington. Washington's not taking that at 16. They're going to hope that Hendon Hooker is in the second round if they try for it, and he ain't going to be in the second round. Somebody's going to take him.
All right, well then let's go Lucas Van Ness, but I hear you on that one. I like that. All right, guys, before we continue real quick with 24 at Jacksonville, let me tell you who's still on the board. Quarterback, Anthony Richardson. Edge, Nolan Smith. Wide receiver, Jordan Addison. Edge, Isaiah Foskey. Wide receiver, Quentin Johnson. And defensive tackle, Brian Brees. These are the next 6 best players. I understand things happen, so I'm just reminding you guys of who's on the board. 24 Jacksonville. I got, the computer did Kansas, the defensive tackle from Pittsburgh. They compare him to Aaron Donald. I disagree. I took cornerback Cam Smith from South Carolina, but I heard he's falling fast.
Okay. The simulator, the computer took, which makes no sense because you have Evan Ingram. They took Michael Mayer out of Notre Dame, tight end. Then I had Deonte Banks going to Jacksonville at
But I
corner.
tell you what though, let me play a little devil's advocate for you, Pando. Even I know Ingram is on the franchise tag. We'll see what happens with that situation. But if they take Michael Mayer, they can go 12 personnel and dominate because those two are two different kind of tight ends. Ingram, you don't need him to block as much. Mayer, you can have him block and catch. Those are two different kind of tight ends.
I don't disagree with you, but
And that give Trevor Lawrence another weapon to throw the ball to. You got two tight ends, two wide receivers, and Travis Etienne at running back. Man, that's and Doug. Oh, and hey, remember Doug Peterson was in Philadelphia with Ertz and Dallas, not Dallas Clark.
everything that you're saying makes sense except for one thing. You don't reach at the 24 pick overall to get tight end number 2. You just don't.
Don't do it. Not for tight end number 2.
Not for tight end number 2. Everything you said makes sense except for the fact we're talking about the 24 pick overall in the NFL draft.
I agree with that.
Okay, so
that's why I just don't agree with that.
Okay, that's fine, no problem.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna take Cam Smith, and I mean it's Kansas defensive tackle.
I have DeJuan Jones, offensive lineman from Ohio State.
Oh, the right tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, that dude went to the Senior Bowl that Monday.
Mm-hmm.
He practiced for 5 minutes, and he said, "Peace, I'm out." And why he say "Peace, I'm out"? Because he knew that he was the best man on the football field that week, not that day, that week. And he said, "There's no need for me to even risk an injury. So I'm here for 5 minutes. Let me show you what I can do, and I'm out." And that's what he did. I'm not mad at that at all. So let's go that direction. Let's go that direction. And by the way, I don't care about the thing anymore either. The timer.
Yeah.
This is a great conversation.
Some of these picks there needs to be conversation had. Yeah.
Yeah. 25. Okay, so my computer, this is the Eagles-Giants trade. So the Eagles traded down, and I hate it, but they got Will McDonald the 4th, and then I did Quentin Johnson, wide receiver TCU.
We're talking about the Giants, right?
Yeah, Giants.
So both my guys are off the board. So Tristan, I'm gonna defer to you.
Wait, both of yours are who?
They're off the board.
Okay.
Simulator has Bijan Robinson going there, and then I had Joey Porter Jr. So yeah,
Now see that Bijan Robinson is interesting because of Saquon Barkley. Not he wants money, and from what now Michael Lombardi said that players like Barkley and Lawrence want more money because they feel like they're not going to win anything with Daniel Jones at quarterback. So they want more money.
I have them going wide receiver here.
Okay.
Who you got? Who they take?
Josh Downs, a familiar face for Daniel Jones.
Not Zay Flowers.
Josh Downs.
I took Quentin Johnson.
It's not. Listen, it's not conventional. It's not the sake of talent. It's familiarity for your quarterback.
Now hold on real quick. Jordan Addison's still on the board.
Listen to what I'm saying. It's not for talent. It's for familiarity and comfort for your quarterback.
How they familiar when he went to Boston College?
Josh Downs is from North Carolina.
Did they play together?
They played together in scrimmages before. He's familiar with them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's not for conventional wisdom. It's for
Tristan. Hey man, the one thing I can say about you, man, you come from an angle that is just freaking unexpected. No, you laughing? I'm serious, dude. Hey, real quick. Hey, that's why. And I'm not knocking anybody else, but you always come with an angle that no one else comes up with.
Yeah, it's when I found that out, I said, okay.
All right, so let's go that way then. Wide receiver Zay Flowers, Boston College. All right, Dallas Cowboys 26. My computer did Nolan Smith, but I was selfish and I did Will McDonald the 4th. I'm selfish. That's me.
Okay, so bookend. So what you gonna do with DeMarcus Lawrence?
I'm gonna tell you something about DeMar. Okay, so because of his contract, he remains on the team and remains quote unquote starter. But I think DeMarcus Lawrence would be run stopping starter, and Will McDonald can come on the field as a third down rusher.
Okay. I had Brian Brees
Okay, not mad at you. My only
because
problem with Brees is some injury history. But go ahead.
yeah, I had Brian Brees. That's who I took, and then the computer took Anton Harrison out of Oklahoma, offensive tackle.
I can see that. But unless it's something that I'm not expecting, I just don't see it. I just don't see that happening. Tristan,
So I'm trying to look and see what I had because I told you my original was that the Cowboys would trade up from here to get Bijan.
oh, that's right, you did.
If
Okay,
they were staying pack here, I would say they would probably take BJ Ujulari from LSU,
the edge.
the
Ooh,
edge rusher.
all right. So we have the So Tristan has an edge. I have Will McDonald, and then my computer has Nolan Smith.
If it'll be a crime if Nolan Smith falls this far.
Facts, facts. I'm trying to remember if Dan Quinn worked out Nolan Smith, or if we had him for a 30-day visit.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know better than us.
God, that's gonna kill me because I want Will McDonald, but if Nolan Smith, I think he worked him out. I don't have time to look it up tonight. I'll look it up tomorrow morning when I get up. I'm gonna take Nolan Smith just because, but man, yeah, I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take Nolan Smith.
Okay.
Nolan Smith edge Georgia. I'm gonna take him, but man, that's pushed. All right, 27 Buffalo. So I got computer simulated that Zay Flowers, wide receiver, Boston College, which I'm not mad at. But I did Brian Brees, defensive tackle, Clemson.
Okay, I have Cam Smith, cornerback, South Carolina.
He's falling.
hmm And I don't think he's gonna fall any further.
You don't think he's gonna fall past Buffalo?
No,
Okay.
I don't think he's gonna fall out of the first round. And if he does, I don't think he's gonna fall past the middle of the second round.
Oh
So,
no, not at all, not at all.
So
Tristan,
I think they would go for another wide receiver here,
yes.
and because this person would be ideal for the slot for them, Marvin Mims from Oklahoma.
Wow.
Ew.
To me, that's a reach.
It's a bit of a reach. It's a bit of a reach, but for what? Because you still got Diggs, you still got Gabriel. You're not counting on Beasley. So for me,
No, of course not.
I'm plugging Mims right in that slot, or I'm interchanging Gabriel and him between that second wideout spot and the slot
Okay, so
to get rid of Beasley.
so the kid they drafted last year from Boise State, and his name slips my mind just because I'm bringing it up. He played really well in the slot last year, and he was just a rookie, so he didn't know the whole playbook. But I'm betting they put that money on him for this year. That's why I wouldn't go. And my knock on Marvin Mims, and I did extensive. Matter of fact, I did a profile on him.
That's because I asked you to.
Yes. And honestly, looking at his film is more about them scheming him open than him getting open. So that's why I'm like, that's a huge reach. Could he do well on somebody's team with some coaching? Yes. But they had to scheme him open. A lot of the plays, if you go back and look at his film on his highlight tape, a lot of his plays were just it was a great design that had the defense befuddled, and he's just wide open. And I mean, even more wide open than college wide open.
Oh,
So,
God.
yeah. So, Marvin Mims is a reach in the first round.
I agree with you. My next pick, my next mock had Cam Smith. Because I don't
Okay.
even know how Cam Smith get this low. But
Yeah, that's what I had Cam Smith.
Okay, so let me remind you of who's still on the board. Jordan Addison, Quentin Johnson, Brian Brees, and then y'all said Mims and Cam Sims. So which way we going?
I would say Cam Smith.
I would say Cam Smith.
All right, Cam Smith corner. South Carolina. All right, we got 4 picks left. 28, Cincinnati Bengals. They try and get back to the Super Bowl.
Anton Harrison, offensive tackle, Oklahoma.
I didn't do that because they brought in Orlando Brown Jr., so I gave him Michael Mayer.
Okay.
And then the computer simulator gave him Isaiah Foskey, edge, Notre Dame.
And then also Will McDonald.
That's a good pick right there. I'm telling you right now, Will McDonald, and this is the reason why I was selfish for Will McDonald, but I took Nolan Smith for on the overall thing. Will McDonald for a Big 12 edge rusher. One, he broke Von Miller's Big 12 sack record, but it wasn't just him breaking the sack record. He was doing it out of position. Let me say that again. He was doing it out of position. And what I mean is he was lining up more so in B gap as a 4 or 4I versus being a 5 or 7 or maybe even a 9. For Will McDonald to do what he did, to me was fantastic. So, yeah. Eric, who'd you say you got?
I had Will McDonald or either Anton Harrison. Offensive tackle or edge.
Who'd I got? I got Isaiah Foskey. Let's go with McDonald. Will McDonald to me makes the most sense for Cincinnati. Yo, hey, Will McDonald and Orlando Brown Jr. could, because Kansas City lost the offensive tackle, that could be what gets Cincinnati past Kansas City this year. That could do it. I'm gonna give it Will McDonald.
Okay.
29, New Orleans Saints. I got.
Well, we got a Saints fan in the comments. So,
Yeah, he's he said
Maisie Smith.
Is that what he said? Yeah, Major Smith. He did say Major Smith. That's the defensive tackle from Michigan. Yep, he sure did. I remember that. So defensive tackle Michigan. I got Isaiah Foskey edge because I think they need to give Cam Jordan some help.
I went with edge as well.
But my computer did Cam Smith corner, but I think we took him off already. Yeah, we did. So who's your edge?
Oh God, I just closed the screen. Oh my God.
Sorry.
No, that's not your fault. No, I had BJ Ojulari.
BJ Ojulari.
LSU going to the Saints.
Oh, okay. And I got Isaiah Foskey. Well, I'll tell you what then. Let's do it for the Saints fans. Let's do LSU. BJ Ojulari. Got it. 30, Philadelphia Eagles. Okay. All right. So Eagles, I have. Oh, hold on. Let me get out of that. Eagles, I have tight end Dalton KK. That's who I gave them.
Okay, I have Maisie Smith because of the loss of Javon Hargrave.
And the computer gave him Emmanuel Forbes.
Okay. Maisie Smith was my pick, and the computer had Cam Smith, which he's already gone. So
yeah, my only problem with Forbes is yes, he's great at getting interceptions. I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid of his weight.
You can't control his weight. Can't push away from the buffet.
No, it's not so much. He's not overweight. He's 166. He's 166-pound corner.
Oh, you talking about Forbes? Emmanuel Forbes out of Mississippi.
Yeah.
No. He'd blow away in the wind. Yeah,
I mean,
he goes up against big physical wide receivers. He's gonna get thrown all over the place.
And people, and I've heard, and I love Brian Broadus, who covers the Cowboys on 105.3 The Fan. He's a former NFL scout. He talking about man Forbes gets interceptions, and but he weighs 166 pounds. You're gonna have him trying to cover DK Metcalf.
He's gonna get thrown all over. But try to get him to tackle Deebo Samuel.
Thank you.
He's gonna get ran through.
Thank you, dude. Metcalf and Debo will literally turn this to ECW, pick them up on top of a ladder, throw them down through a table.
Slam him.
Like
Some of
he's
these
166 pounds.
some of these receivers in the NFC are really strong.
Yes.
And it's like, nah, bro.
Nah. So I'm not going Marion Forbes. Who'd you say?
We got into that conversation. Let me go back.
Oh, you said Magic Smith.
Yeah, Mason Smith.
Yeah, let me give him Magic Smith.
Javon Hargrave, they need a replacement. Somebody step in.
They do. Because the defensive line is not. I mean, yeah, Reddick is there. Fletcher Cox is old. Brandon Graham is old. I know they still have Josh Sweat, but Jordan. Look, I'm gonna tell you something about Jordan Davis. Good nose tackle for stopping the run, but he's only there for first and second down.
Mm-hmm.
If that's all you're gonna give me is an old Fletcher Cox and Jordan Davis who's slow, I'm running away from Jordan Davis all day long. I'm gonna make you chase me and be like, that's what I'm gonna do to you. So yeah, you need a defensive tackle. I'm giving you Magic Smith because you need some rotation.
Okay.
But not least,
The Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs.
So hold on real quick. My trade did Cleveland up to 31 for Lucas Van Ness, Iowa, but I gave him Anton Harrison, offensive tackle, Oklahoma.
Okay, so I gave them DeJuan Jones, offensive tackle, Ohio State.
Okay, I think he's off the board though.
You is?
Yep.
Okay. But we're in agreement that it should be an offensive tackle. With the
my only thing is, and the offensive tackles were worth taking that high. So this is what we're going to do for Kansas City. I know they're not taking quarterback Anthony Richardson. That would just drive people crazy for no. So Richardson gonna fall the second round. Wow,
I can see it.
We made Richardson fall in the second round.
He's a raw talent. He's raw.
God,
he's too raw.
Okay, Jordan.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so Jordan Addison is available. Isaiah Foskey, edge is available. Quentin Johnson, wide receiver is available. Brian Breesy, defensive tackle is available. Michael Mayer, tight end is available. I don't think they're going that way. Kansas City defensive tackle, I don't see him going that way. Trenton Simpson, linebacker. So that's what I'm going to leave you with.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tackle or an edge. That's what I think.
Okay, if it's edge, let's go Isaiah Foskey, edge Notre Dame then.
Okay, so that's the first round, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so let me kill mines because I don't care about mines anymore. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's do a quick recap. I don't want. Hold on, give me a second. I'm not saving this though. I should leave it up just for. Nah, I'm not gonna worry about it. Because it's not gonna be accurate anyway. So Bryce Young, round 1, quarterback, Carolina Panthers. 2, Will Anderson Jr., edge, Alabama, Houston Texans. 3, Arizona Cardinals, Jalen Carter, defensive tackle, Georgia. 4, Indianapolis Colts takes quarterback CJ Stroud, Ohio State. 5, Seattle Seahawks take Tyree Wilson, edge, Texas Tech. 6, Detroit Lions take cornerback Christian Gonzalez, Oregon. 7, Las Vegas Raiders take offensive tackle Paris Johnson Jr., Ohio State. 8, Atlanta Falcons take Miles Murphy, edge, Clemson. 9, Broderick Jones, offensive tackle Georgia, goes Chicago. 10, the Eagles take Deonte Banks, cornerback Maryland, goes up Interstate 95. 11, Tennessee Titans take cornerback Devin Witherspoon from Illinois. 12, and a shocker, the Houston Texans take quarterback Hendon Hooker from Tennessee. 13, the Green Bay Packers take tight end Dante Keke, Utah. 14, the New England Patriots take Jackson Smith and Jigba, wide receiver, Ohio State. 15, the New York Jets decided to protect Aaron Rodgers and get Peter Skoronski, offensive tackle, Northwestern. 16, the Commanders take Joey Porter Jr., cornerback, Penn State. 17, Pittsburgh takes offensive tackle Anton Harrison, Oklahoma. 18, Detroit Lions comes back with Brian Branch, safety, Alabama. 19, Buccaneers take offensive tackle Darnell Wright. 20, Will Levis is quarterback, Kentucky. 21, Bijan Robinson goes to the Chargers, running back, Texas. 22, The Ravens take Khalid Ringo, cornerback Georgia. 23, the Vikings take Lucas Van Ness, edge Iowa. 24, DeJuan Jones, offensive tackle Ohio State for Jacksonville. 25, Zay Flowers, wide receiver Boston College for the Giants. 26, Nolan Smith, edge Georgia. 27, Cam Smith, cornerback South Carolina Buffalo Bills. 28, Bengals take Will McDonald, the fourth edge Iowa State. 29, BJ Ojulari, edge LSU for the Saints, stays within the state. 30, Philadelphia Eagles take defensive tackle Mozzie Smith, Michigan. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Kansas City Chiefs take Isaiah Foskey, edge Notre Dame. There you have it. All right.
By all means, ladies and gentlemen, if you differ with our picks, please make sure that you comment. This video is still going to be up. You just won't be able to comment live. So make sure that you follow us on YouTube, Facebook Live, and also we have a TikTok page, Just a Fan Pod. They're going to give Peyton Turner one more year to step up, a.k.a. Marcus Davenport 2.0. So, okay, Eric James feels like that they don't need a
edge rusher.
They need interior. So, but please, by all means, make sure you comment. You can find us on our Facebook page. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and several other mediums. There is a link tree on our TikTok page to all our mediums that you can find us on.
And it's also on the IG page too.
Yeah, make sure that you check us out. We try to post a new video at least once a week, if not twice a week, on the TikTok page. We're going to get a little bit more in depth with the TikTok page as time goes on. But thank you for all that tuned in. Thank you for all those who are going to watch later. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Okay, hit the notification bell because it notifies you when we go live, so you can come on, log on in, and give us your opinion, because we value your opinion. Because just like us, you're just a fan too.
That's right. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that concludes our show for tonight. We will be on next Tuesday night after the draft, starting talking about some of these post-draft results and how we feel about them. We are now less than 46 hours away from the NFL draft. I'm going to get some sleep tonight and hopefully tomorrow night as well. Thursday, I ain't trying to be out too long because I'm getting ready for the draft. Peace.
Peace out, y'all.